Wouldn't it be nice to go back to the 80s? Well, you can always do that with Comcast On Demand. That's right. And listen, just a moment ago, I was at that Pirates website. I love that website. And by the way, you can find out how to vote for the All-Star game. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, what the Pirates are going to be doing home and away. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. But Jose Osuna hit his first home run of his major league career today. So congratulations to him. Pirates didn't fare as well. We'll tell you again all the details in a moment. But listening to a little audio from the game earlier, I could have swore he was in the front row. My hero, been a part of the Milwaukee Brewer baseball broadcast team for years, Bob Uecker. And yes, Milwaukee made it famous, but I got to tell you, he's a close second. So cheers to Mr. Bob Uecker, truly one of my favorite. And of course, Mr. Belvedere. And that TV show was set in where? Beaver Falls, right? I always thought that was so cool. When that came on ABC, Mr. Belvedere, Bob Uecker, Beaver Falls, pretty cool. Anyway, hey look, Eden Park, the place for smiles. I was smiling moments ago because my man Sam McKinney dropped me off a little bit of bean soup. So that's a nice way to kind of warm up on a very cold night. Going to be cold tomorrow, accurate with the forecast. How long is it going to go on, huh? Well, you keep tuned to News Radio 1020 KDK. I'm going to be telling you about Rob Pratte Monday night in a moment. But I want to begin with some of the stories that we're definitely going to be talking about in the 9 o'clock hour that have to do with a political twist with Dr. Terry Madonna from Franklin and Marshall. He, of course, Lancaster. That's where he makes his living. Well, the Emmanuel Macron presidency is officially got jump-started, folks, because he has promised to fight the divisions that undermine France now that he has a chance, because he defeated right candidate Marine Le Pen earlier in the French presidential election. That's the biggest story trending right now worldwide. Voters in a clear rejection of France's mainstream parties have given the 39-year-old Macron a huge opportunity. Now, earlier, he spoke to thousands of supporters outside the Louvre in Paris, and he also reached out to those who voted for Le Pen. So what will that do as far as the world stage? We're going to talk to Dr. Terry Madonna about that tomorrow night. Now, this health care bill headed towards the Senate, that's another reason why Dr. Madonna is going to drop by tomorrow night. But you all know how much respect that I have for the Oracle of Omaha, the great Warren Buffett. We were talking about him earlier today about a number of things. But one of the things that he also talked about yesterday at the annual shareholders meeting of Berkshire Hathaway was the health care bill. The Republicans' plan to repeal and replace Obamacare would be a boom for the super rich. Quoting Mr. Buffett, "It's a huge tax cut for guys like me." He made his statement Saturday at the annual shareholders meeting of Berkshire Hathaway. And again, we're going to talk about all of that tomorrow night. Now, something else, just as they call breaking news, developing in the last few hours. Texas Governor Greg Abbott today signed a bill that would ban sanctuaries in his state of Texas. So tomorrow night, after the Allegheny Health Network program, their topic, Nursing with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer, we're going to get into the Health Care Bill Act, because joining me on the Discount 2 to Pittsburgh Newsline after local news at 8 with Joe DeStio, Congressman Keith Rothfuss, and then we talk about all of the things and more that I just discussed. And of course, in the 9 o'clock hour, Dr. Terry Madonna will be joining me all tomorrow night on Rob Pratte, Monday night starting at 7. The Brewers backed a solid start by Zach Davis with timely hitting and benefited from a handful of misplays by the Pirates, who continue to suffer in the field as they avoided a weekend sweep at PNC Park with a 6-2 win over our Pirates today. Davis held Pittsburgh to 2 runs, 4 hits, and struck out 7. 5 2/3 innings of work, his longest start of the season, while walking 3. Eric Thames doubled in a run in the 3rd and hit his team-high 12th homer in the 9th inning. Tyler Glasnow pitched better than his line indicated, though it was still one of his best statistical starts of the season. The rookie right-hander allowed 4 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits, 2 walks, while striking out 6 over 6 1/3 innings, his longest outing of the season. And again, as I mentioned, Jose Osuna hit his major league debut home run, number 1. Give me the ball. That's right. That's when he wants to sign and put in the trophy case. That happened in the 6th inning. That's going to be a real thrill. Bucks off to the West Coast. Always enjoy listening to them on the radio when they're out there in Los Angeles at Chavez Ravine. They'll be there tomorrow night. Dodger Stadium, 10:10, airtime 93.7 The Fan. Trevor Williams starts for the Pirates. LeBron James, that freight train just keeps rolling. 35 points earlier today on ABC. Cleveland has moved on to the next round in the NBA postseason after defeating Toronto this afternoon at the Air Canada Center, 109-102. What a tremendous player and athlete LeBron James is. Brian Harmon won the Wells Fargo Championship today by one shot over Dustin Johnson and Pat Perez. He finished the tournament at 10 under. Tomorrow night, the big ticket, PPG Paints Arena. Pens look to close out Washington. Game 6 of their Eastern Conference semifinals. 7:30, the puck will drop. You can watch it on the NBC Sports Network. That's it, folks. Have yourself a great rest of the night. And I will talk to you tomorrow, of course, from the Pratt Pack Gym early. And then we roll into Green Tree and CBS Radio World Headquarters for another stellar performance of Rob Pratt Monday night. Enjoy your Sunday night. Good evening.